Hello, I'm Richard,
And I'm Steven.
and today we're discussing the Zika virus. Zika. It originated in Uganda back in 1947, where researchers were researching the dengue virus in the Zika forest, hence the name Zika. They discovered the Zika virus. As you can see, the Zika virus enjoys the warmer climates, primarily under the equator area, and of course, it does go up as the weather gets warmer. The Culicidae and the Zika RNA genome. The phylum is Arthropoda, and as you can see, the male lifespan is 10 days versus the female's lifespan, which is of 42 to 56 days. Female Culicidae lay between 100 to 200 eggs per batch and up to 1,000 in her lifetime. And you can see the different cycles, and here we'll have a better aspect of that. Here you have the adult female mosquitoes lays eggs and holding water, meaning that it's not a good idea to have car tires and anything with still water in our backyards, so keep that in mind. And the eggs actually then transform into a larval stage, which 5 days afterwards goes to pupa, and within 2 to 3 days metamorphosizes into the mosquito. The Aedes aegypti and the Aedes are the main vectors of the Zika virus, and Aedes means unpleasant in Greek, hence why you have the itchy mosquito bite. Just to give you a quick breakdown of the structure, it has 6 legs, 3 on each side, and then you have here the eye, and then the oculus actually, and then you have the antenna, and then the thoracic area, and then lastly the abdomen, where it's collecting the blood. And the good thing about the gut lining is that
a barrier forms in the gut lining, which really prevents the blood of the human from the circulatory system of the mosquito. So therefore, the mosquito does not get infected by the disease it's carrying.
Yeah, but it does affect us. And how it does that is through the proboscis, which is the needle here. Actually, it pierces the dermis area, and you can see that the blue here is the maxilla. And the mandibles, which is the yellow part here, and the green is the hypopharynx, which this is where it sends the anticoagulant, yeah, which stops you from bleeding. And lastly is the labium, which we're going to take a look at what it does in its total with the proboscis entering the dermis of a lab rat.
So here we have the labium trying to find its way into a capillary to access blood of a lab rat.
You can see how it kind of wiggles its way, and once it finds the capillary that it wants, it stops, and then it just slips away like a straw. There you go. And so yeah, the proboscis consists of all those 6 structures.
Here we have the pathway of the Zika virus. Firstly, the virus attaches to the membrane at specific receptor sites right here. Once attached now, the virus injects its RNA into the cell. The virus and the envelope fuse and enters the cell through endocytosis. Once it enters now, the nucleic acid takes over the host cell. And whenever the host cell was producing, now it produces multiple copies of the virus, which is then ejected out of the host cell, and it travels throughout the body.
Yeah, the viruses will be released. And this is the structure of the Zika particle. This is on an electron microscope perspective, and this is an artist's drawing. As you can see, the structures. Microcephaly, meaning small head. As you can see here, a baby's head doesn't develop perfectly as it does because of the fact that the brain and
the skull cap,
so the skull cap in perspective, they're in proportion together, so the brain doesn't grow big, so therefore the skull doesn't do the same. That's why you have microcephaly. And it generally occurs between the first 2 trimesters of the pregnancy.
So here are some of the symptoms of the Zika virus. Basically the same symptoms as any common cold or fever. Headache, joint pain, skin rashes, etc.
And there's usually mild symptoms between 2 to 7 days, but most healthy people don't have that problem. It's usually the infants you have to be aware of.
Also, according to the World Health Organization, the same way you would treat Zika is the same as you would treat any other normal common cold or fever.
Yeah. A lot of good rest, drink plenty of fluids, and take Tylenol, which acetaminophen. And these are some Zika virus diagnosis. And of course, you want to avoid mosquito bites by wearing light-colored clothing. The mosquitoes prefer dark-colored clothing, so keep that in mind when traveling to places, especially in high-infected areas.
Such as the Rio 2016 Olympics.
Yeah, there was a big scare there. And then, of course, using repellents containing DEET, which is your off spray and such. And keep in mind that out of all the species throughout the world, the mosquitoes are the number one
female mosquitoes.
Yeah, female mosquitoes are the deadliest nemesis of humankind, killing millions of people every year. And they're on every single continent except for Antarctica. And thank you for watching our presentation.